Hey guys, it is Wolfpack92. I am back with episode 10. I cannot believe we hit 10 episodes of Truth. Today we're going to be covering something very, very, very serious today, and that has skyrocketed with the whole defund the police movement. And that is the murder rates in New York and Chicago. They have become just stupid high. I cannot recall a time that I've been alive. I was born in 92, where I remember seeing a lot of murders in New York City and Chicago. Because let's be honest, I mean, murders happen. They happen. But the fact that there are young children being killed in drive-by shootings in Chicago, and there's people being raped and murdered in New York. I think this is the biggest sign that defund the police would not be a good idea. Because let me put it this way: New York, Chicago, and LA. I'm gonna leave LA out of this, but all three of those cities have taken money from the police in some form of capacity. Imagine if this happens nationwide. Imagine if this happens nationwide. Imagine if other big cities are forced to endorse a defund the police communities. We're going to see murder rates skyrocket all over the country. There was a 20-month-old kid killed in a drive-by shooting in Chicago. I mean, hearing that hurts, guys. I do not like what's going on in this country right now with all the riots and a lot of hate crime going on against people who we don't want in it. There's a lot of people out there right now, a lot of African Americans who really want all these riots to stop. Because they want this defund the police movement to stop. I have several African American friends that are with me on this. Stop defund the police. Stop the violent crimes, and just think about what people are asking. What the people who are calling for defund the police are asking for. What you guys are asking for is police having fewer resources. Have you seen the Trump 2020 campaign commercial? I love it. The commercial where there's somebody breaking into the house and they hide in the bed, they call the cop, they call 911, and there's an automated message saying, "I'm sorry," saying, "Hello, you reached 911, I'm sorry, but all of our agents are busy handling other callers." I don't want to see that become a reality. I don't want to see that become a reality at all, because a world like that is scary. And Chicago, people in Chicago, you guys are in a bad way anyway. Those of you who are trying to just survive the city, here's the bullshit part about that. Chicago, for law-abiding citizens, is a gun-free zone. If you live in Chicago and you're listening to my podcast, here's what I suggest you do. Go out of state, buy a gun to defend yourself and your family. Buy a 9mm Glock, buy whatever you can. Because if they catch you with it, if the cops catch you with it, oh well, because, say, somebody has to defend your family, and it might as well be you. Because how many more children have to die, have to be murdered in shootings in Chicago and other places before people come to their senses and realize defund the police is not going to work? This wasn't even supposed to be what this podcast episode that was about. I was going to talk about Colin Kaepernick and all that crap, but we'll talk about that another day because I'm fired up now. Defund the police. Defund the police. Defund the police. Defund the fucking police, says Black Lives Matter. No. Well, give the police their money back. Let them do what they need to do to restore order in a lot of these big cities where murder, rape, and home invasions have gone wild. Because the fewer resources cops have, they're not able to protect the general public. And this is a message to all criminals out there. If you are somebody who goes out there and you thrive off of hurting innocent people, killing innocent people, taking from innocent people because you're too fucking lazy to get a job, fuck you. Because here's the thing. Before you went and you decided to go be a thug and be a criminal, you have all the tools in front of you to go out and get an actual freaking job. To get an actual job. Okay? Because I have noticed that African American youth, especially in big cities, a lot of them do turn to crime. I don't know why, because I don't know why, because they have all the tools at the disposal white people have to get jobs and work a 9 to 5. Work a 9 to 5 and make an honest living. But I'll admit there are those who do that. There's also those who don't do that. And why is that? It is strictly personal choice. They chose to go down that path. They chose to become a criminal. They chose to become somebody who takes money from innocent people, who goes out and they peddle dope, they peddle drugs, they run guns, they decide to assault people and become thugs, become an original gangster. It's all personal choice. I still think that sign is the funniest sign. The one sign that I saw is the funniest sign. A mother should not have to fear for her child's life when he goes out to rob a store. First off, why is he robbing a store? Wouldn't his mother hope that he gets busted by the cops to maybe teach his ass a lesson? Wouldn't you kind of hope that a trip to the county jail will straighten him out? Wouldn't you hope that he robs the store and let's say the store and the clerk behind the counter pulls a freaking 12 gauge on him, he'll realize, oh crap, this is a dangerous line of work. Maybe I should actually stop what I'm doing and stop ruining my life and go and get an actual job. Go and try and fit into society. It is personal freaking choice. The people who do this kind of stuff. It was not put on them by so-called white privilege. It was not put on them by so-called bigotry and other bullshit. It is personal freaking choice. You chose this, and you think just because you think it's an easy way to make a living, you shouldn't be punished for it. I highly recommend. But back to the Chicago and New York murder rates. I'm sorry, I got off on a little tangent there, and it relates. The youth of this country is so messed up. I mean, I live near Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Johnstown is what's known as a crap hole because it's got a lot of drugs, a lot of violence, and I hate it. But here's the difference between Johnstown and Chicago, New York, and things like that. To my knowledge, we haven't had an uproar of violent crime yet. They have not had an uproar of murders, rapes, home invasions. Because the moment that stuff starts, I'm buying a gun. I'm buying a gun to defend my wife from whoever decides they want to freaking come in and try stuff. And if you think you do not have the right in any state, if somebody is in your home, they do not belong, and they're here to cause you and your family, you and your loved ones undue harm, you have every right to get them out of your house by any freaking means necessary. They are called stand your ground laws. If you live there, it is your house, it is your home, you have every right to defend yourself. And that goes for Chicago too. I know gun law, the entire city of Chicago is anti-gun. Gun-free zone. I think what it's going to take for a lot of this violent crime to stop is some of those law-abiding citizens getting firearms and protecting their county, their city. That's what needs to happen, because an armed society is a polite society. The fact that there have been several kids that have been gunned down in Chicago and New York, not teenagers, the teenagers have been killed too, but I'm talking little babies, in freaking drive-by shootings because, I don't know why you did a damn drive-by, I guess you're fucking bored. Tell me, who sits there and thinks, yeah, I want to sit there and do a drive-by shooting? Dude. If you do a drive-by shooting and you get into a shootout with the police, I hope they kill you. Because you prove that you have the capacity to shoot at people and possibly try and commit a murder. And murder is unthinkable. It is the capital of all crimes. I don't know what this country is going to become. I don't know what this country is going to do. I don't know what these cities are going to do about it. If you're in any big city, any city where there's a rising violent crime of any kind, I abhor you. Arm yourself. Get a gun, get a knife, get a taser, get a pepper spray. For the love of God, do something. Because the moment criminals start seeing that you won't take shit, they'll leave you guys alone. Thank you guys for watching me. Like, comment, subscribe. Next time we'll be doing a fun one. See you then.